waiting Eric Ten Hag do for Sancho Matano to really impress me. Releasing press conference instead of protecting the player, like telling the press men, say this guy no dey inform, or maybe just cover up his player. He just like come up say Sancho is out of form, he no dey do well. This and that. What do you think? What do you
So
think?
the man go too forward. Now that one.
Mm,
For me, as a coach,
mm,
now you get the work to draw your players close. Anywhere where your player, it's not just about the playing,
mm,
it's about how they feel internally.
And their
mm.
personal
You
life as
understand?
well.
Their
the
personal life,
friendship, the
the
connection.
friendship you have with them. Now waiting they make you, the players go deliver for you for that pitch. You
Because
understand?
we don't
Even
see
if say
Liverpool players and
for
their
me,
coach as
even
well.
if say Sancho be no dey perform well, no be only Sancho where be the fans they see when no dey perform well. But if at all say you where the coach, you don't use your eye look and say Sancho no dey perform well. For me, you go tell him, say you go just call him, tell him, say my boy, see where and where you know they do well.
Not even
And
my boy. You are not paying him. The club pays him to for
See
you
where
to
and
train,
where you
and
dey
then
do well.
let him deliver
Bring
for
out
the
the
club.
best.
So for me, the coach himself has
You're not supposed to talk him for life.
the
life,
coach
life
Eric Ten Hag
interview. For
himself
yesterday, say, no
has
get
not
anything
performed
for
well
them.
for me.
Sancho is not feeling
Yes.
fine, or he's not available for today's match. Simple. Understand?
We carry on. So
So-
for me, I think the manager Eric Ten Hag went too far. Look at just few minutes to the match. You are coming on air during the pre-match press conference to tell the media that your player is not part of the squad because
he's not
because
good
his
enough.
performance and his
Top
general
level.
attitude in the training ground is not good enough. Then I use as a manager who should treat your players more like your own family, because you as a team you are the manager. You people are now family.
But we don't see some coaches.
So-
So even when their players score own goal, even when their players put up their worst
Performance, they will try to protect them. They will try to, even when they are
Examples
critical
like
of them.
England coach, where
Even
they
when-
always-
even-
always
yes.
Even when
protect
the
their
coaches are critical of the performance of the players, but they will do it behind the scene,
Mm.
whereby it will not be exposed to the media.
You have the
So
locker
for
room
me,
there.
and then now recently, the news that we are currently having that the club has decided to place Jordan Sancho
on
on an
personal
individual
training,
training
yes, on personal
until
training.
the club will come up with
You
the
see, say that
disciplinary
thing
measures,
is-
which means that they are now on the side of the manager because they don't want to get rid. Are they afraid to get rid of the manager? Is
They are now siding one
Is
person.
Eric Ten Hag more bigger than the club? If a player is not bigger than the club, why should a manager be bigger than the club? So for me, it is uncalled for. And Manchester United, on their part, they are not doing well. This is issue they should try and fix it internally
Yes,
without
yes.
this thing
Without
getting on
even-
air.
even like without
The,
even
the,
pressing
the
them,
thing
yeah,
there is
yeah.
that you won't blame them. You won't blame them.
Overall, these
Because,
players deserve to
the
be
manager,
protected.
The manager himself, they are supposed in everything they would still side the manager. You understand? The manager is there as their head, but at least they should have just advised him that what he did was not all that good. You understand?
There's a way you can handle this player. It will give you a more better performance. Look at
But
Guardiola.
on the other hand, don't you think that maybe Sancho went too far? Like releasing his own statement after
We all have
We all
emotion.
have
We have
emotions.
emotions. This thing affected Sancho psychologically. That was why immediately after the
and
match,
he had no option than to
he
come
reacted
up
to.
with
He
a
come on.
yes.
He
For
came
me,
on.
he would have equally controlled
Calm
it.
down.
Himself.
Because we
He
had
came
players
on
like Wan
air.
Bissaka who was a regular player under Ole
Even
Gunnar
Rashford
Solskjaer.
And he was
as well.
criticized.
He was criticized
For lacking
And
end
still-
product, for lacking
see,
contribution
when
in the
this
attacking
coach came,
thought.
he benched him and played Delort. You understand? But when Bissaka saw that
He
he
needed to
wasn't
improve.
selected,
Yeah.
he needed to improve on
Yeah,
it.
He did
yes,
his talking
yes,
on the
yes,
training
yes.
ground. He did his
So,
talking until he
talking
had
about-
opportunity for him to impress again
Yeah.
and be part of the team.
Yes, talking about criticism,
So-
Harry Maguire mother don't come out and say, "Waiting Harry Maguire they pass through now. They don't pass. Say, in don't cry. The woman don't cry. Hit head for what? You say, Harry Maguire, the criticism don't they do too much. Why fans go they throw you like this? Say, you no good. So talking about criticism, don't you think that the fans are going too forward? Like they are going too far?
The mother was even saying that she wouldn't be wishing any parent
That
the
kind
same
of,
thing that is happening to his son.
Yes.
You understand? Because you don't too day far. I don't talk am before say football what would they watch now? The fans, the set of fans what we get now, don't they different from the set of fans what would
It
always
don't be
get
like say football
that time.
with bitterness.
You understand? We don't they watch this football too much with sentiment and bitterness in heart.
We will also talk about
This
Maguire
is-
mental health. Don't you think that maybe this thing would affect Maguire as well? Because now human being where he be normally.
Definitely to affect his mental health, it will affect his psychological health, and it will also affect his emotion as a person. As individual, we have our own emotions. For me, this shows the negative influence of social media on the sport. For me, it is far beyond football. the level of criticisms, racisms, and abuse that this very Harry Maguire has received in recent time is beyond football.
Even when they Manchester United,
He
Nobody
wasn't
will
good.
ever receive.
He will
Nobody
make
will ever receive.
it's bad. Now it's becoming a thing that does it mean that Manchester United cannot actually protect their players, or the authorities on their own are not doing.
In the other hand,
community as well.
there's a stage it will reach. You will still blame Maguire himself. You know why? Now we have players like De Gea, where don't receive criticism
David
before.
De Gea.
You understand?
Not up to the level of Harry Maguire.
That's what I want to tell you.
Of course.
When De Gea don't receive criticism, he go back, go up. He go sense and say, De Gea, go fuck off for first match, second match, third match. But before he won't reach like
He will
fourth
come
match,
up with 2,
De
3
Gea
world-class
He
performances.
won't come back very strong. He go perform very well for the club.
But it come
You
to like say
understand? But
Maguire
Maguire come like say, him dey from up, they go down.
For me,
The more when they perform, the more when they
for
go
me,
down.
for
when they
me,
go
I
down.
think the rate of criticism has affected the guy psychologically, thereby making him to keep on repeating the same error.
Mistake.
In
Because
fact,
like
he's
say they play
afraid.
with fear.
Harry
They
Maguire
play with
now,
fear.
the way he takes decision on the pitch, his decisions are being influenced by the things that is going through his mind, is going through his mindset.
Make I know
He
say
doesn't
make
he doesn't
mistake.
play with that freedom that you see other players play with.
Yes.
You see if you see the way Varane is playing, forget the fact that I'm a Chelsea fans. You see the way Varane is playing with the ball. Let's even when Martinez scored an own goal, he was not criticized. You get
Because he has had a
as
lot
I have
of
seen,
good records.
he has
already.
had a lot of good performances,
Yeah.
and I will tell you boldly, I do see Martinez having few poor games, but he will not be criticized because he has had some good games. Then on the part of Harry Maguire, he needs to step up. For me, if I were to be him, I would take myself a little bit from the social media, then work
Yes,
on my
very important.
work
Very
on
important.
consult psychologists, work on my mental health,
Consult
work
a
on my
therapist.
psychological condition, then come back, try to do the right thing in the training ground,
Yeah.
try to work, put in some work. Then whenever you have opportunity, like he has said that the few the last 4 weeks has been
You
the
impress
focus
on
has
So
been.
more talk about. Don't you think that maybe
So-
football community as large, maybe they come up with some idea, maybe they come up with maybe some protection ideas because these players are going through a lot. You see players being abused, even on social. Sometimes you will even see some fans throwing things at players like.
For me, I think there will be.
Makes sense.
For me, I don't think that can be stopped entirely. It can only be
But at
controlled.
least
There can only
minimize,
be a little bit of
yes,
control
yes,
measure
yes.
to like control the level of it, but it cannot be stopped because even fans here in Africa, the authorities, the Premier League authorities cannot reach out to fans here in Africa because we all have our social media platform. After every match, you go online, you will see different. You will see people with different. I'm coming. You see people with different opinion about a player, about the performance of the players during a particular match. So the only way this can be controlled is maybe Facebook and the social media community will come together and put measures whereby a kind of post you make about a player
About a particular player
can be controlled, and that post will not make it.
Where the only place I see possibility here
So-
is when this thing is being controlled at the pitch. Like you get what you talk about to the throw
The
things,
criticisms,
to the
racisms.
You get things where you say when fans don't do, don't be just to ban them from the pitch for 2 days.
You
2
see them
matches
throwing
or so.
coin.
And as I get things where you go do to
You
them,
see
next
them
time they
throwing.
no go do am
You
again.
even see them
But
throwing.
to talk about the
You see
social
them throwing
media
sharp
aspect, I don't
objects
sure
at the
say-
players.
I don't sure say
You
the
see them
social
making banner
media
of
aspect. Yeah.
a
I don't sure say
player
the social
mocking
media
them.
aspect say they feel control us.
I-
Where they go control now for the player himself to comot hand for social media. For the meantime when you know they do
I'm
well.
telling you,
You understand? Facing career. When you know say you don't dey to the standard to face social media, you face social
of
media.
course,
Okay.
there are
But if not,
there are
there's
some
nothing to do
there
on
are
earth
some
that
play-
will make you suspend
there are
those
some players you
from
don't
posting.
see them. You don't see them hardly. You hardly see them on social media. Let me give you an example. Rodri of Manchester City. How many times have you seen him come on social media? You hardly see him posting in his Twitter page or his Instagram page. You hardly see him posting. But there are players you see them posting regularly, even after poor performances.
Social media.
Some of them are even becoming inspirational speakers on social media. No,
Motivational speakers.
Likes of Paul Pogba.
these are people, these are players these are some of the things that will happen, and the fans will come after you.
Okay,
Whenever you are giving poor performance, they will attack you. So the players themselves have to have some precaution and the rate of how they come online on social media.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not just self-discipline.
Okay. Our people. If we continue like this, maybe we will talk from now till tomorrow. You know they finish. You know they ever
Our
finish.
town hall meeting no dey
Our
finish.
town hall meeting, our town hall church. Yeah, gossip dey hot like fire. So wetin you go dey do for us as our fan? We thank you so much for following us up until this moment. You will follow us on top of our social media pages like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And you can still follow us enter, join body, go YouTube. We say, e no easy o. We dey thank you, we say thank you. And wetin you go dey do for us now be say, as we dey drop this video now, abeg hit on that subscribe button if you have not subscribed before. If this is your first time of watching our video, hit on that subscription button, hit on the notification bell, so that whenever we post, you sef go fit see am.
Like, comment, and share.
Like, and we don talk our own. Yes, whatever we have said there
Your own review
is
they
our
accepted.
opinion. Na our opinion and our wetin we think.
You have the comment section. Make your opinion and views known to
Let's
us.
take it from here to the comment section. Tell us what you feel about the stories wey we don read out, about the little argument wey we don argue. So welcome to this
Soccer 360.
this platform. We dey call am Soccer 360, and today edition we dey call am town hall meeting. Here at Church dey hot like fire, like I don say before. Here na yarnings upon yarnings upon yarnings.
Wetin dey happen for the life of football where we wa.
So make we carry am enter comment section. Till we come your way next time. Tomorrow we'll come back with another edition. Weekend
Preview of
anything
EPL
wey you think
matches.
say we need add, make you talk am
Talk
there.
am
But
as
if you no
well.
talk
So,
am, we no go hear am.
we no go hear am. If there is any area where you think say maybe you need to improve, you na our fan, and without you there be no us.